Not long ago, I came across a post in a Facebook group where a gardener is asking for advice on her plant. So I will read out the post for you. Hi Shifu, need advice for my succulent. The stem turned black. Is this a sign of overwatering or a sign of underwatering? Right. I only watered sparingly once every 3 days. The stalk looks healthy still. Any way to nurse it back to life? Right, so from the photos, you can see that the plant, the succulent, which is drooping to one side of the pot, and it seems to have black and dry, shriveled up stem. Right, this is a common problem faced by many gardeners, right? Especially when growing succulents. Right, the problem is what we call root rot or stem rot. Right, this is usually due to the overwatering of the plant, or there is excessive water, right, collected in the soil or in the potting media. So you see, certain plants do not like their roots to be soaked in water all the time. Right? As a result, the roots starts to drown, they start to rot, and it doesn't absorb any water, and it spreads upwards towards the stem. Right? At this stage, it is usually too late to save the plant. Right? So the gardener said that she watered sparingly every 3 days, which I think many gardeners would agree that that's pretty okay for succulents, as long as you don't water it too much, you water sparingly, and there's not too much water, and actually it should be really fine. So what's the problem, right? It's actually still too much watering. It's still excessive watering, too much water in the soil, right? Because how much you water depends on your environment and depends on your growing conditions. Maybe the environment is pretty humid, right? It can be very, very humid, or there's exposure to rain or something like that, and water don't evaporate fast enough. And as a result, as you keep on watering, it starts to accumulate in the pot. But you can see that very clearly in the photos that the soil is moist. Right? Succulents don't do well in such conditions, right? Because they are naturally not found in such conditions in their natural habitat. They are usually found growing in very dry, gritty, and draining soil like desert or something like that. Right? Another reason is that it can be the wrong choice of soil, the wrong choice of potting media. Right? It's too retaining too much water. Right? Ideally, water should just flow through quickly through the soil, not collected in the soil. Right? So it's not how regular you water the plants. Right? If the soil is moist, then don't water it. Right? Wait for it to dry out completely before you water again. Right? You can do that very easily by touching the soil. Right? If it feels dry, then it's time to water. Or feeling the weight of the pot. If it feels really light, then it's time to water. Right? So that's the right way to water the plants. And it's not fixed, right? You only water when necessary, right? Sometimes it can be like once every week, or it can be once every 2 weeks, or even longer if it's exposed to rain or exposed to something else, right? So never use a fixed watering schedule because it doesn't work that way. So you see, the results or the success in gardening has very little to do with the plants, right? It's always about the environment, and it's always about the growing condition. So as long as you provide the right growing environment, you do your research, you know exactly how they are found in the wild, how they grow in the wild, and you set up the right growing conditions in your environment, your plants will grow well. And when your plants grow well, it means what? It means that you can enjoy gardening. Right? So that is how gardening should be. So if you learn something new, comment below. Right? And if you want to learn more about gardening and how you can become a better gardener, or specifically how you can become a new generation gardener, you can do your research, you gather information, and you can learn gardening fast, right? So if you are one of them who want to become a new generation gardener, make sure you subscribe to my channel, because I will be posting up new videos every week, right? So go on, click on the subscribe button below, and I will see you soon.